Yo vivo muy lejos de la ciudad. Mi hijo estaba muy enfermo, estuve orando y no podía qué hacerlo. Y de repente llegó la avioneta y lo llevaron y lo salvaron a mi hijo.
UIM Aviation flies for pastors, Bible teachers, missionaries,
bringing supplies, doctors, dentists,
and other Christian workers that are working in the central mountains of Mexico.
UIM Aviation flies for a number of native people groups.
To use the airplane as a tool to reach those who have never once heard about Jesus Christ.
Our ministry is important because lives depend on it. Eternal, spiritual lives, and sometimes physical lives as well.
Our ministry is vital to the people we serve in at least two different ways. One, in a physical sense, in which we are bringing doctors, supplies, and relief, for example, hurricane relief, into places that desperately need it. But we also bring in spiritual aid in the form of Bible translators and teachers and church planters that are addressing the eternal spiritual needs of the people that we serve.
Mexico has many areas that are unreached with the gospel. We fly over village after village after village in the mountains with no gospel witness whatsoever.
Mexico as a whole, it's really interesting. There's so much tradition in Mexico that a lot of people cling to the beliefs of their family that had for generations, but they don't even know why they're doing it, or they don't really practice religion. And it's an amazing time to reach out with the gospel because people are open to it. People see that there is power in the gospel, and it's something that's fresh and new. And in Mexico as a whole, it's really an amazing time to be able to go further, faster with the gospel.
As we've been involved with our UIM missionaries who have been teaching theological education by extension, it's been exciting to see them duplicate themselves out in the mountain villages by teaching the studies that they have just recently taken and go out using the airplane to these villages and teaching believers in those isolated places who don't necessarily have the opportunity to have Bible teaching and to have courses designed to help them understand the Bible.
The missionaries that are working in the villages are helping with their physical needs, and they are also helping them in areas like translating the Bible into their own heart language so that they can have the Bible in the language that speaks to them the best. And many of them can't read their own language, and so the missionaries are also teaching them how to read their language so that they can have the Bible in their hands and able to read it in a language that speaks to them the best.
One of the things that I really like about being a missionary pilot is being able to go out and be a part of saving lives, literally, in medical evacuations. When you see the joy, the tears, the happiness on the faces of the people, when they know that their loved one is going to get help quickly through the use of the airplane, it makes this job worth it.
My most recent medical evacuation was for a gentleman who had fallen in the canyon and broke both bones below the knee. We took him from the mountains to a hospital in town.
Of having the availability of a plane is being able to get to places in a safer way. So it's not just about getting there fast, but it's getting there safe. And some roads are pretty narrow, and in any activity that's going on those roads, you're not very sure of what your traveling will look like. But having a plane, you get to places in a safer way, very secure, and that means a lot to us also. The accessibility, being able to get up there and come back on the same day really helps to bring up teams and bring up people and be able to bring Bibles and food and anything we can. So the possibilities are now limitless.
I feel like UIM has done an incredible amount to advance the Lord's kingdom here on earth.
Every day I praise God for the privilege to be involved in the ministry that He has for us. But it's not just us down here doing it. You know, we have many supporters up in the States that are praying for us, that are donating to these things so that we can continue doing the ministry that the Lord has called us to.
Le agradecemos a todos los que están colaborando por esta avioneta y también los que están apoyando.
And that's what UIM Aviation does. We fly to change lives.